Hey, shalom, YouTube brothers and sisters. This is Brother Richard at Altruistic Torah Studies, and today you're getting a look at my tilapia. Yeah, I'm growing tilapia in two different tanks, and this is one of my tanks that I grow tilapia in. And over here, off to the side, this is my fish net, and kind of like a little floaty thing. And what's going on here is I've got something called duckweed. Okay, duckweed is a plant that tilapia love to eat. It grows naturally in their water and eats the nitrogen out of their water and keeps it clean. The only problem with these guys is that it is a food source because they are considered omnivores. Omnivore means they'll pretty much eat any damn thing you put in their tank. And so if you want to grow this said duckweed to feed them at intervals, you have to find a way to keep them from eating it all. It's kind of like a, Lay's potato chips type thing, right? But for fish. So that's what's going on with the fish tank picture today. And what I'm about to do is I am about to make a partition for the back quarter of this tank, right here behind the little fake purple plant. And I'm also going to put actual natural sand down in here. Now, along with this duckweed, I have this like grass type plant, and it has a root system, and this root system grows just like the root system of bamboo. And so once again, I got to keep them out of it from eating it. But if I can get it to grow in the bottom, after I replace this with sand, at least in this back quarter, then it will start to clean the water of the nitrites and nitrates and ammonia. None of those things will hardly appear. But I've got a more natural way that I'm doing this tank. I'm going to remove a lot of these, probably all the rocks per se, but not like this bubbling clam. See, the bubbling clam's kind of cool. And this huge, like, fish hotel. I suppose it's maybe it's even actually made out of coral. I really do not know, but I know it does have naturally growing bacteria slash I don't know. Anyway, they eat that too. So it's kind of a good thing for what we call the normal flora of the tank, which there are certain bacteria that are good and certain bacteria that are bad. And the good ones usually, help kill the bad ones. So that's what I'm doing. I got a pretty good, healthy tank. I just did a water change the other day, and it kind of helped out with the nitrates and nitrites. But shortly from not too far in the distant future, not too distant. I'm going to be going ahead and showing you the partition that I made. Please forgive me kind of screwing up my words today. Kind of in a hurry, and my mind's moving a bit faster than my lips are. But anyway, so this is kind of what I'm doing with the tank. And this is just one tank. You know what I think I can do, since this is a video about the tilapia that I'm raising. I'm just going to go ahead and walk you in here. I would really absolutely love, to be able to turn this camera around, but we all know, and I've said probably 50 times, that I don't have those skills yet. This is the bad tank. Yes, the bad tank. But it looks like a good tank because the water's clear, and it even has a pineapple under the sea. Kind of interesting. I wonder if we're going to find, oh no, it looks like as if SpongeBob has been whooped on by a couple of fish. So be it, let it be. But anyway, so this is only the bad tank simply because I first put the the duckweed in here behind this floaty partition because the duckweed floats, and it kept it all in this area. But I did it one night, and I came back, and look, all of it was gone. And so I called this the bad tank. because I had duckweed in the other tank and they didn't even eat it, hardly. But now they've discovered it too. I think they could like communicate or something like that through speaking through the glass. But call me crazy. But the next day, the other guys start eating it too. So what I've done, just like that over here, I got this little bitty bit of duckweed still left, and I took it from the other tank because I didn't let them eat. I didn't let them eat it all, and I'm floating it in the water so it'll eat some of the nitrates and nitrites. But pretty soon, these guys are also going to have a partition. And what I mean by partition is the fact that it's going to have the floaty things, but it's going to be a frame, like a window frame. And it's going to have a type of netting that will keep the fish from swimming over to this part of the tank. And I will also take up these rocks and I'll move the pineapple under the sea to some other location, probably closer to SpongeBob, so he doesn't have so much trouble finding his house. And I will put tank sand, actually it's pool filter sand, in this area too. And I will plant those underwater grass clippings that I have in there. So anyway, that's what I have to say about that. This is the newer tank. I bought it not too long ago. The other tank I actually bought from a neighbor over here. They sold it to me for almost just about a quarter of the price of what it actually costs. I found this heater for the tank, and it allows me to keep digital visual control over the temperature of the tank. So it's not exactly a learning experience for me because I've done this before, and that's what I'm doing again because like I'd mentioned in a previous video, some of the things that appeared to be hobby type things for me before are no longer hobbies. They are my profession now. And I absolutely love to raise fish. And these fish will also help me raise plants and or fruit trees. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. I have raised citrus trees, lemon and lime trees with the fish water from these tanks. What I do is I take and I filter it through a pot that these trees are sitting in, and the nitrogen cycle begins on the rocks that I have the trees growing in. Yes, rocks, not soil, but yet these rocks called hydroton. The nitrogen cycle starts on them after a couple of weeks and begins to feed the plants and or fruit trees. But I've grown several things, and you're gonna get to see me do that. Not too long from now, I'll be sprouting different types of seeds for growing in the spring. Come near the end of January, and I'm already prepping for it right now. I'm going to have not several different. I'm going to use a scriptural number. I'm either going to grow 7 different kinds of things, sprout 7 different kinds of things, maybe a dozen at the most, 12, yeah, and even maybe I'll just roll with 3. Just depends. But the thought process is to be charitable this year. I want to be more charitable, and I want to take and use my time wisely. And I am absolutely going to donate to a dear brother of mine's cause, and a righteous cause, as a matter of fact. And that's pretty much what I'm up to right now. I'm going to make some more videos shortly on Ticked Off. Ticked Off Part 2 will be coming out. And I'm also going to come out with a video on commandment number 6. You shall not murder. And I think that you're going to find it quite interesting because I have an angle on that I don't think very many people think about. So it's time that since the Father's given some things to me, I'm going to give it back to you. And it's a pleasure to do so. But anyway, these are my fish. And since I have alpha-gal syndrome, this is going to be dual purpose. I can eat fish, and I can eat chicken, I can eat turkey, things like that. And, well, here's the fish part of it. These guys cost a little bit, and the thing that attracts me to them most of all is the fact that their fillets are not attached to their spinal system. Spinal systems, spine, back, whatever you want to call it, ribs, all that good stuff. I know I'm getting it wrong, and I've been a nurse for 30 years, for crying out loud. But anyway, skeletal system, yeah. So they're not attached to that, and they come off as whole fillets. That's why whenever you buy a tilapia fillet out of the store, you don't get any bones in it. Okay. All right. Well, look, thank you for coming by. And I would have tried to turn this around, but I know better. And I'll talk to you guys soon. All right. Thank you so much. All right. Shalom.